Okay, so hello again. It's your boy Epic Gamer Boy XO. Um, I wanted to do today a VGC VOD review, I guess we call it, between Wolfe Glick and Andrew Ding at the Colinsville Regional Championships. Um, I just decided today randomly. I was just like, you know what? I've been talking about getting back into competitive Pokemon for a long time. Just do it. Um, so I used to play a lot on Showdown, a little bit of Wi-Fi, but not really have the time for it. And I really sort of stopped over the last sort of 2-3 years. I haven't really been keeping up, even since Sun Moon and Sword Shield. I know basically nothing about the new features, the new meta, all this kind of stuff. And I thought it'd be interesting, just watch some pro games, see what the meta's looking like, get back into it, and then maybe start playing again myself. On Showdown, probably not. I don't have a Switch, so probably not Sword and Shield. But yeah, um, just thought this might be a nice thing to do to go through and not analyze. I'm not that good at the moment. I'm not to be analyzing it, but just going through and review, sort of trying to understand what the pros are thinking when doing certain things. Go through what's good and what's bad. Yeah, got my notepad, of course. Can't do anything pro Pokemon without notepad, writing things down. I'll probably just be writing down sets and stuff. I probably won't be doing anything trying to predict, the EVs and IVs. I don't think. Well, I guess I could, but I don't. I've been out of it too long. I don't really know the base stats anymore that well, so I couldn't really guess the set, like the EV and IV sets. But I just going to write down the movesets, see what patterns sort of emerge, that kind of thing. But yeah, let's just do this. So yeah, we start off. Just see the party preview. So what I can immediately see from here is from Wolfe Glick, former world champion. We can see clearly Trick Room team. Very obvious, Reuniclus, Rhyperior, Dusclops. Very obvious Trick Room team. Lipard in there is a good lead. What we got on Andrew Ding's side, we got a lot of bulky offense, with Vegeta, Durant, Arcanine. Although all of these can be used defensively, well, not really Durant, but a lot of defensive options here as well. Sylveon is interesting. Sylveon and Gothitelle are interesting. I don't remember seeing much of them when I was but I know that they sort of fell out of favor within the meta just after I started playing. Really, stopped playing. Sorry. One thing that immediately strikes me here is that entry hazards don't seem to be that prevalent. We don't really have any, not any, but we don't seem to have many viable Stealth Rock users. Like we got Rhyperior maybe, Tyranitar maybe, but I don't think that's optimal. Same with Arcanine as well. In terms of hazard removal, we don't really have much at all apart from the Togekiss there. Very interesting. Does Gothitelle get Rapid Spin? I don't think so. Yeah, so that's one I'm immediately picking up. But yeah, very telegraphed Trick Room team here. I don't really know that much about Dynamaxing and what the meta is surrounding that. I just know what it is. I don't really know what's good and what's bad. So that's going to be something for me to learn as well. I'm quite interested to see what happens there. Just get through this, see what goes out. Okay, so Andrew Ding leads with the Durant and Milotic. Interesting combination. Durant is okay, so Dusclops tricks. Okay, so Milotic's holding a Citrus Berry. Interesting. I'd go for leftovers personally. Maybe using leftovers on the T-Tar or the Arcanine. Maybe even nah. Yeah, I personally would run the leftovers, but Citrus Berry gives you it's less consistent, but it's more healing. So I can see why you would run it. Yeah, Durant is something actually that haven't really seen much of. Also, I'm sorry about the light, by the way, but it's just my room is just positioned in such a way that I can't really stop that. So yeah, let me see the Dusclops and Rhyperior here. So I mean, it's very obvious that Dusclops Trick from start. Durant is easily the fastest thing on the field. So that really doesn't want Trick Room. I think if Andrew Ding lets him set up a Trick Room for free, it's looking rough. It's looking real rough. So yeah, let's just see what happens. So Lifeall Durant, yep, pretty common. Good option, gives you more power. Not really particularly durable, so you don't really care too much about losing life. You just want to hit hard. Let's see what we do on the first turn here. Okay, so we have a Dynamax from Andrew Ding on the Durant. Interesting. I can see why. I mean, you probably want to always Dynamax on the first turn. Probably. I guess because I don't really know that much about it. Yeah, Dynamax on the Durant. Give him a bit more durability, a bit more power. Rhyperior using Protect. Interesting. So Rhyperior, Protect, and then we see the Durant use the Max Steel Spike on the Rhyperior. That's actually really good for Wolf. That's really good for the Rhyperior. I'm assuming he runs weakness policy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, yeah, here we go. Weakness policy on the Rhyperior. Wolf would be really happy about that. Just for those of you who don't know, weakness policy is an item where if you get hit by a super effective move, your attack and special attack are boosted by 2 stages. Really good item on Pokemon like Rhyperior, which has really good defenses but has a lot of weaknesses as well. It's really good. Very common on Mimikyu as well, which I see Wolf is running. Yeah, so that's actually a really nice predict from Wolf there, actually, because he essentially wastes 1 turn of Dynamax from Andrew Ding there. Maybe didn't know Rhyperior was going to be running Protect. Yeah, well, that's really good for Wolf. Coil by Milotic is interesting. I'm guessing, well, the attack doesn't really do much, but the defense is good against Rhyperior, especially if he's going to be, yeah, you see the Trick Room there. And now the ball is, all the momentum's with Wolf now. He gets the Trick Room, so he's going to go first both times, probably, here. And actually, you've got to think that Andrew Ding has to withdraw his Dynamax Durant now, actually, because the Rhyperior, I would assume if Durant is particularly prevalent in the meta, I'm assuming Rhyperior probably runs Fire Punch or something similar, or even Thunder Punch. But I think Fire Punch probably would be a better option, just based on my experiences. I think he has to withdraw the Durant now, because if Wolf Dynamaxes the Rhyperior and gets the max, I can't remember the fire move is max flame, max flare, something like that. If he max flares that Durant, there's no way the Durant lives. You've got to feel like Andrew has to withdraw the Durant here, unless he's running Protect, but it seems a bit risky to me. Yeah, he has to now, because the Rhyperior moves first because of Trick Room. The Durant is really left on an island. Really nice from Wolf here, actually. Really good. With that he gains so much momentum off that Protect, actually, because it is, yeah, he saves so much with his Rhyperior self. That's actually really good. Really good. Yeah, and here we see the Dynamax. I'm guessing Rhyperior kind of uses on Dusclops. Yeah, and then we see the Dynamax Rhyperior probably going to be using the max fire move on the Durant. We'll see. And here we see the max card from the Durant, which is, I believe, the max version of the Protect. So interesting. But we're kind of wasting another turn of the max Durant. And yeah, was that the max flare? Yeah, it was. That was the max flare on the Durant. Obviously max guarded, so doesn't take any damage there. Milotic using Coil again, gonna be quite bulky now. Already got good base defense. I really like Milotic. I've always really liked Milotic in competitive. Really good base defense is now gonna be even heavier, especially against his Rhyperior. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, a bit of a nothing turn there from both teams. But, this can be the last turn, I believe, of the Dynamax Durant, and yeah, he just withdraws it. That's not what you want to see. but he has to. He has no choice because he sees the max flare. He sees the max flare. Hang on. Let me just jot some of this down. So he has, I'm guessing, fire punch. I don't think Rhyperior gets any other decent fire moves. Then we have Dusclops running, of course, Trick Room, very obvious, very telegraphed. If you see a Dusclops, it's probably going to be running EV Light, Trick Room, you know. And then we saw Ally Switch, I believe. Ally Switch, I believe. And then we saw the Milotic. Only reveal coil so far. Interesting. Definitely. Durant revealed Iron Head, I'm guessing, was the steel type move, and Protect. Okay, so bring on the Arcanine now. We see the Arcanine. Good switch actually. You know, as the Milotic is essentially at +3 defensive because of that Intimidate the Arcanine gave her. Max Quake from Rhyperior probably not going to do too much though because of how bulky the Milotic is. So yeah, we'll write that down as well. Earthquake gets the defense boosts. I actually did quite a considerable amount of damage actually. Oh, okay. So let me just write that. So Nightshade was used by the Dusclops. Really consistent damage, you know, really useful move there from on a Dusclops especially. Wow. Okay, so the coil was for the increased accuracy on Hypnosis. I should have seen that, I guess. Really interesting actually. So he lands the Hypnosis on the Rhyperior, so he's going to be asleep for 3 turns probably, unless he breaks free. Interesting to see if Wolfe Glick will leave Rhyperior out or will bring him back in. I'm not sure because Milotic, you'd assume that you'd be running a water type move. Arcanine can't really touch it, but risky you'd have to say. He does leave it in. Muddy water. I think the Rhyperior will live. Yes, it will. But I think that if it wasn't Dynamax, definitely wouldn't be living there. Wow. Okay. Really big hypnosis from Andrew Ding there. And we see the Flare Blitz on the Dusclops. Not huge damage. Flare Blitz. And then we see where the Rhyperior gets undynamaxed, I guess. That's what you call it. Really interesting there actually. Andrew suddenly gained a lot of the momentum back that he lost through switching out his Durant. Well played there. Dusclops will use Nightshade again, just get the chip damage down, really consistent damage. Oh, and he gets the Wake. Okay, so those of you don't know, when you sleep a Pokemon, it gets slept for 3 turns, unless it manually wakes. Which is just RNG. So he got the draw here, and does he get the double KO? He gets the double KO. That's GG right there on the first game. No way for Andrew to win this one now. I don't see any way back into it now. Wolfe gets the RNG there. Quite lucky. Very lucky actually. Wow. Yeah, I don't see any way. That's GG. I think. Let's just fast forward. Sylveon. Okay, Sylveon. Interesting. I'm not sure what Sylveon really does in this meta. I was never really a fan of Sylveon, even when she was considered meta. I never really considered her to be particularly good. But evidently, you know, I don't know as much as these guys. You see the Protect from the Rhyperior. Did Trick Room run out? I assume Trick Room must have run out in that case. And then we see the Durant predicting the Protect. I assume. Using my Dusclops and probably going to get the KO here. No, doesn't have enough damage. Okay, and he sets up a Trick Room again. Again, Telegraph really, he needed, I think possibly if Andrew got the knockout on the Dusclops there, he might have been able to win depending on Wolfe's next 2 Pokemon he hasn't revealed yet. But yeah, it's, you know, from this point it's, yeah, unwinnable really. I don't see, yeah, how they win. Especially with Trick Room up. Rhyperior gets withdrawn here actually. Mimikyu gets sent out. Okay, so we see the Mimikyu. Durant protects. Useless protect. And then we see Nightshade on the Sylveon. Sylveon Hyper Voices, breaks the Mimikyu disguise. Let's write that down, Hyper Voice. And then knocks out the Dusclops as well. It seemed really strange to me that you withdraw the Rhyperior here. Surely you just knock out the... Well, I guess Johnny used Protect actually, so... But even so, I assume you use like maybe a Stone Edge? No, he's not running Stone Edge, he's running Rock Slide. Well, interesting. What did the Mimikyu use? I wasn't paying attention. And he doesn't get the second Protect in a row. Fails to Protect, gets knocked out straight away. Okay, actually, well played by Wolfe there. Predicts to Protect. Okay, yeah. Well, fair enough. Actually, I was wrong. Predicted. That was a big chunk from the Sylveon there. Actually, wow. Phantom Force from the Mimikyu, standard. That was a big chunk from the Sylveon though. I'm assuming maybe Choice Specs potentially. I'm not sure actually. Life Orb. I wasn't even paying attention. Maybe he might be running Life Orb actually. Yawn going to come out from the Sylveon. Quite consistent actually. Slightly more consistent than Hypnosis in my opinion. Yes, Phantom Force. Does it knock out? No, it doesn't. Okay, this actually is quite interesting. Wow. Okay. What did the Togekiss use there? Togekiss used Dazzling Gleam. Okay. Use Dazzling Gleam. Oh, and she gets the crit. Oh, okay. So I don't know if it would have killed Mimikyu there. No, it would have. Actually, no, it 100% would have done. But wow, that's really interesting. I don't think there's any way for Andrew to win though, unless he gets another crit on the Togekiss. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I have to get incredibly lucky in order to. And he has to survive his Dazzling, which I don't think he will. He doesn't. There we go, GG. Closer than I expected actually after that double knockout from the Rhyperior. Yeah, like I said, entry hazard seemed to be non-existent really, unimportant. I guess you lose a lot of momentum because you want to Dynamax on the first turn. So I guess, okay, so that does make sense. That does make sense. It's just because when I was playing like entry hazards were like a must-have. You win with entry hazards essentially. Let's skip on through here. In terms of Dynamax options for Andrew Ding, I mean, we've got the Durant clearly. Tyranitar, I assume, is another option. Sylveon actually surprised me with the damage, so maybe Sylveon would be an option as well. I don't think Gothitelle, Milotic, or Arcanine, unless he's running an offensive Arcanine set, but he might be because I only saw Flare Blitz, so he might be running an offensive Arcanine set, but even so, I don't think it'd be ideal because the recoil you'll get from Flare Blitz. Inefficient. On the side of Wolfe, Rhyperior is the one that immediately comes to mind. Mimikyu maybe as well. Potentially Togekiss. Togekiss has decent damage and a very good effect in Serene Grace. But yeah, we also saw Muddy Water on Milotic as well, I believe. So I'll write that down. Okay, so we see Liepard and Togekiss lead, and a Milotic and Durant lead again from Andrew Ding. Liepard always a good lead. I'm assuming running Fake Out. Yeah. Let's just see. So again, I'm assuming going to be like the Dynamaxing the Durant. Seems a bit wasteful to me. I don't think he really needs to here. I think he just knocks out the Togekiss with an Iron Head anyway, especially with Hustle on Durant. He has a high enough attack stat and it's super effective move. I don't think he needs Dynamax here. But again, these players are better than me. Yeah, I can't tell what he's thinking. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a Dynamax on the Togekiss. Seems a bit useless on the Liepard. I'm assuming the Liepard running some Focus Sash. Yeah. Weakness Policy, Citrus Berry, Life Orb, Fake out. You see the fake out from the Lipod there. And then we see V. Oh, okay, so this is why he Dynamaxed. Okay, so Togekiss has the berry. So Togekiss here has a berry which decreases the potency of a super effective Steel type move. So that's okay. So that's why. That's why he Dynamaxed. Probably predicting that. Well played by Andrew Ding there. Yeah. Did we see any of the items? No, we haven't yet. Gets the bonus. Okay, so we see the max airstream, probably air slash from Togekiss. Good move actually, really useful. I think speed is actually he's in this instance speed is really good. Yeah, and we see the Togekiss there would have died in one Dynamax. So yeah, well played by Wolfe as well to Dynamax and predict the Iron Head, I guess. Fake Tears. Oh. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, well. Andrew Ding clearly did not predict that. Fake Tears. Otherwise, he would for sure have switched out. You for sure don't want to sacrifice your Durant in this team. It just does so much damage and it's so quick. A really defensive recover there from Milotic. Loses a lot of momentum on that turn. A lot of momentum. Because he used one defensive move and got KO'd on the other side. Loses so much momentum there. Does he even have a way to deal with his Togekiss now is the question, especially with the speed boost as well. We see the Sylveon come out, threatening with Lipod, Hyper Voice, really good move in these double battles. I don't think Hyper Voice will be enough damage to knock out a Dynamax Togekiss from this health. We'll see. And we see Fake Tears come out again on Sylveon, I'm guessing. Yeah, just looking to KO the Sylveon here. Will he get it? No, he doesn't. That's probably around 75% there. So actually not that close. And not as close as I thought it would be anyway. Wow, okay, interesting. Coil again, we see the coil from Milotic. Again setting up, I'm not sure. I don't think it's setting up for the hypnosis again, I'm assuming. He said Hyper Voice come out. Focus Sash on life hard, very standard. Gives you an extra turn. I would actually switch out the Lipod here. I want to save the Lipod. I want to save the Fake Out for another turn. Fake Out can win you games. Fake Out wins you games if you use it right. I would switch out the Lipod here. Save it on 1 HP. Use the Fake Out. Yeah, we see the switch out of the Lipod. Dusclops comes out, interestingly. We have a Pixie Plate on the Sylveon. Okay. And you see Protect come out. Okay. Oh, oops. So we see Air Slash come out there from the Togekiss, and we see the Milotic flinches. That's really huge, actually. That's really big. That's really big. You can't get the hypnosis off now. That's actually huge. I'm telling you, Serene Gary is one of the best abilities in the game. So good, especially on Pokemon like Togekiss. It has so many secondary effects on its main moves, like Dazzling Gleam, like Air Slash. Really clutch flinch there. 60% chance to flinch on a Togekiss Air Slash. Really good. Really powerful in the right hands. We see the Sylveon withdrew. Probably worried about the KO from the Togekiss. Arcanine comes out, Intimidate. Not really going to do too much here. No physical attackers on the field on the side of Wolfe. Dazzling Gleam come out. Yep, safe move. You know, can't really go wrong there. The recover from the Milotic again, just healing up. Getting the coil boost in as well. I think it's on 2 coil boosts now. That's actually quite big. Trick Room is an interesting one here. Although we have seen that the Togekiss is slower than a Milotic, and I'm assuming it will be slower than Arcanine as well in that case. We've drawn the Togekiss anyway, at any rate. Sending out the Rhyperior again. Really strong here. Well, if Andrew Ding predicts this and goes for muddy water, that Wolfe is going to look like an idiot. But I personally wouldn't have predicted it. Doesn't seem, because you have to respect that the muddy water. So yeah, coil, safe move. No need to do anything else. Arcanine use Flare Blitz again. I'm starting to think this is more of an offensive Arcanine set. Who did he have him before? Oh, it was Togekiss. Okay, well I can understand the Flare Blitz then. I can understand why you go for the Flare Blitz. Fair enough. Safe, kind of, I guess, but that actually loses a lot of momentum. That's a lot of momentum gain for Wolfe there, because the Rhyperior is probably gonna protect here. You get another Nightshade off in a Milotic, you force it to recover. Well, I guess if you're gonna Nightshade the Milotic, then you don't go for the protect. Maybe you Nightshade the Arcanine. Oh, he does go for the protect. Arcanine use protect as well. Okay, well, trading protect, so probably going to be something of a nothing turn here, which is good for Andrew. Does use the Nightshade on Milotic anyway, maybe protecting the protect on the Arcanine. It's a good turn for Andrew here. It's a good turn for Andrew. He gets his Milotic back to full health. Wolfe gains nothing, no momentum. Loses a turn of Trick Room as well. Really good turn for Andrew here. Yeah, I mean, it's something like in situations like these, nothing turns always favour the team which hasn't got the field condition set, which is in this case Trick Room. He needs to find a way to get rid of that Dusclops though, because he's just gonna keep on resetting the Trick Room, and I don't see how he gets rid of that Dusclops without a T-Tar. Maybe he brings in the T-Tar for the Arcanine here, because you kind of want to get the maybe that's a bad idea, because you have got a Rhyperior on the field, but you do also want the Intimidate boost from the Arcanine again. So yeah, you see, withdraw the Arcanine there. Good idea, because you get the Intimidate boost out again. Show the Sylveon. Don't want to. I'm an idiot. He's already revealed all Pokemon. Durant died. He can't have brought T-Tar or Gothitelle. I'm not sure how he deals with his Dusclops in that case. You see the Rock Slide come out. Sylveon goes down. I think that's still fine, because you need the Intimidate boost from the Arcanine, I believe. That's just my opinion. Yeah, so we get the Intimidate boost down. Really good, decrease the attack of the Rhyperior. I think that if it's a defensive Arcanine set, he'll definitely be able to live a Rock Slide or an Earthquake from the Rhyperior now. Especially because he hasn't activated the weakness policy yet. So really useful there for Intimidate from the Arcanine. I think that's worth to sacrifice Sylveon there. I think it's fine. Maybe he predicted. I don't know. I think that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. One more turn of Trick Room. Arcanine using Protect here. Interesting choice. Let's just see what happens. Okay, predicts a Protect on the Arcanine. Uses Nightshade and Milotic. I'm assuming, yep, Citrus Berry pops now. I'm assuming going to reuse Recover as well. Or Coil, potentially. Arcanine protected, yep. I think the Arcanine would have been fine to live this anyway. So I actually don't know if that Protect was worth it. Gonna use the Recover. Because get back to full health. This Milotic is actually looking like a bit of a problem now. Full health Milotic, I'm not sure. Well, Wolfe definitely can't beat the Milotic with the Pokemon he has on the field right now. He's gonna have to make a switch at some point, because otherwise the Milotic is just gonna keep on getting free coil boosts, free accuracy boosts on the Hypnosis, free bulkiness from the defense stats from the coil as well. So I don't see any way for him to beat that with his combination he has right now. So he's gonna have to make a switch at some point, I assume. I'm not sure who he has that can really deal with the Milotic actually, because the Lipod certainly can't, although the Fake Out could come useful. Actually, I think the Lipod's usefulness has been outlived actually. I don't think the Fake Out's going to do much here now. Will-O-Wisp, okay, we see a Will-O-Wisp come out from the Arcanine, so probably a physically defensive set. Um, Will-O-Wisp, really powerful move. I'm surprised they didn't bring it out earlier. Honestly, Will-O-Wisp would have been really, really good in a number of situations earlier, actually. But in the last match, Will-O-Wisp could have changed the entire game. High horsepower, probably gonna do decent damage to the Arcanine. So not Earthquake, high horsepower. Okay. Okay. And yeah, and as we talked about, the coil's increased accuracy almost guarantees the hypnosis hit on the Dusclops. Really huge there. Cannot reset the trick from now, which is Wolfe's main win con. At this point, you have to save all the momentum is with Andrew, especially the Will-O-Wisp landed. The 80% chance did land, so Rhyperior is essentially useless now. Cannot really do much of anything. At this point, you're probably going to want to say that Andrew's going to take game 2 here. I don't see any way for Wolfe to claw it back, unless he gets a lucky flinch on a rock slide, maybe. But even the Milotic is too big of a problem. I don't think he has anything that can deal with that Milotic. Huge base special defense, so Togekiss can't really touch it. Unless it has Grass Knot, but I don't believe it would be running Grass Knot. I don't think Grass Knot is particularly useful on Togekiss. So I think that Andrew takes the game here. Rhyperior protects against the Muddy Water. The Dusclops, how much does it help us on Dusclops? Nah, the Dusclops is that comfortably. More of attrition, it looks like. And in this case, War of Attrition probably favours Andrew Ding. Because Rhyperior has no way of reliably healing itself. Can't you protect twice in a row? Milotic is full health. Can throw out another Muddy Water for free. Rhyperior has to be switched out, I guess, if he wants any chance to win the game. I just got a Discord message. Maybe you can hear the notification. Probably my girlfriend telling me off for not telling her that I got home. Yeah, and then we see Rhyperior getting switched out because can't protect from Muddy Water twice in a row. Togekiss is probably going to go down to his Flare Blitz. Oh, okay, use up my Dusclops instead. Good damage. Some recoil as well. Muddy Water, yeah, probably going to knock out both of these Pokemon now because they're both low. Or doesn't knock out either. Interesting. Well, Milotic is not as powerful as I thought. I thought he had better. Well, I guess he has no investment then. He must have no investment EVs or IVs wise on Milotic. It must be really bulky. Really bulky. In which case, Togekiss has no way of getting through the Milotic. And I think that in that case, it is still just GG. I don't think there's any way for Wolfe to get through and win this now. But we'll see. I have been wrong before. Believe it or not. Dusclops gets switched out for the Liepard. No, Rhyperior goes out. If Muddy Water comes out now, then Andrew just wins the match. Flare Blitz on the Rhyperior. Actually, not terrible damage. Mago Berry. Okay. I'll write that down. Air Slash. Gonna live that thanks to the Mago Berry. The Muddy Water comes down. GG. Rhyperior goes down. Togekiss goes down. Only has Liepard and a Sleeping Dusclops left to come out. At this point, yeah, just surrender the game. I guess you fake out the Milotic here. Doesn't really matter, but I guess you fake out the Milotic, try and buy an extra turn for the Dusclops to wake up. Ooh, Copycat, interesting. Copy Muddy Water? Very interesting. Okay. I don't think that changes anything, but the Arcanine probably goes down here. Yeah, the Arcanine does go down here. But if the Milotic has used Muddy Water, then... Oh, he's trying to get the accuracy drop. He was trying to get the accuracy drop on the Milotic. Huh, okay. Well, that would have been a potential win condition, but doesn't come through, as we see. Doesn't get the accuracy drop. Quite clever from Wolfe, but ultimately no cigar. Nightshade going to come out on the Milotic. Not really going to matter too much. Yeah. Milotic just going to take it down. Muddy Water, I'm assuming. Hypnosis, maybe, if you want to BM. But yeah, just going to bring out the Muddy Water. And there we go. Game 2 to Andrew Ding there. Very interesting match, actually. I'm just still getting, like I said, I'm still getting into this. It's probably going to be a long video, actually. I'm very sorry to anyone who's watching this. Maybe you'll find it interesting, though. Who knows? Maybe I'm actually an interesting guy. I've just realized you can't see Wolfe Glick's team because of my face cam. I am sorry about that. Just for the record, his team is a Dusclops, Mimikyu, Reuniclus, Rhyperia, Liepard, and Togekiss. Okay, and let's see what the lead does this time. Milotic and Duran again, so I'm guessing this is quite a staple meta thing. We see the Reuniclus for the first time. Reuniclus for the first time and Togekiss, but it seems a bit... I'm assuming Reuniclus has Trick Room as well. We see the Dynamax here, and Wolf did not actually switch out the Reuniclus. So if Durant uses a Bug type move here, that Reuniclus is kind of screwed. And it has Protect, maybe? I personally wouldn't be running Protect on a Reuniclus. Or he's just going to Dynamax it instead. Okay, interesting. I guess that works too. Unless it's a Togekiss? No, it is a Reuniclus, yeah, that works too. To live the Bug type move. Because it has got decent defenses, Reuniclus. It's quite bulky, it's very slow, but very bulky and very powerful. And that's why it's so good in Trick Room teams. It's very, very useful. Oh, and Togekiss uses Follow Me. Okay, really interesting there. Okay, I forgot that move even existed, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, okay, well, really good, really good use of the Togekiss there from Wolfe Glick. Saves his Reuniclus for a turn. Reuniclus does get a special attack drop though from the Dynamax move. And Durant is using Life Orb, yes, we already confirmed that. Milotic uses Coil again, recognizing that Wolfe Glick can't really pressure at the moment with a Reuniclus and a Togekiss, unless the Reuniclus is using... Oh, it is running Thunder. Wow, it is. I was literally about to say it cannot pressure it unless it is running Thunder, and it does look like it is running Thunder. Wow. Does it get KO'd? No, it doesn't. How much does it live with? Actually, a decent chunk. Can you use Follow Me twice in a row? I can't remember. I'm assuming you can. Well, if you can, that's actually really powerful in this format. Wow, he has to switch out the Milotic. I don't think anything... I'm not sure if anything can take a Thunder from a Reuniclus. That special attack drop was actually huge from the Bug Buzz there. From the Bug Bite, sorry. Wow, that's actually huge. Without that, the Reuniclus for sure would have OHKO'd the Milotic. Yeah, and it does withdraw the Milotic, since that was Sylveon. I haven't seen a Tyranitar yet this game, which is kind of disappointing. I think Tyranitar does quite well into most of Wolf's team. Does use the Follow Me again. Max Steel Spike. We see the Berry come out. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Durant is going to OHKO this Togekiss. Anyway, yeah, because it already takes some damage as well. Guaranteed OHKO there. But I think that is definitely worth. I think that's definitely worth, yes, I would say. Wow, okay. Let's see what he does here. Goes with Max Lightning again. Oh, as it feels interesting. Interesting that he chooses to use it on the Durant there. Oh, I don't know about... Oh, okay. Well, this is exciting actually. This is really interesting. Wow, okay. This is really exciting actually. Wow, okay. So Reuniclus is not running Trick Room, I assume. No, actually no, I think Reuniclus has to be running Trick Room. Has to be. Definitely running Trick Room. But the Dusclops is going to set it for the Reuniclus here. Reuniclus gets one more turn. And it's full health, so he gets to live. I think that all the momentum is with Wolf right now. Max Quake, not really can do anything to this Dusclops. Easier like Dusclops, very physically bulky. Not really going to do anything to it, even through a Dynamax Hustle Durant. All the momentum here was with Wolf. That was really nice. The Thunder was really powerful use there. Andrew Ding not respecting the fact that he could be running that Thunder. Yeah, all the momentum here is with Wolf. Maybe down Pokemon, but doesn't matter in this format. No, it doesn't matter, but it's much more important is the momentum. And we see both Dynamaxes run out, and you've got to say at this point now, with Trick Room up as well, I don't. Well, I don't see anything for Andrew to win. It's still quite early on in the battle, but wow. With trick from up, he gets a free Nightshade on with Durant, but Durant gets knocked out. Withdraws the Reuniclus to assume that to send the Rhyperior, I'm assuming, yeah. Interesting choice. Yeah, we see the Nightshade on with Durant, guaranteed knockout. Easy move choice. Yeah, nothing really. I think Andrew has just sacrificed Durant there. Can't really do anything about it. Hyper Voice not going to knock out the Dusclops, but it does get a huge crit on the Rhyperior, and you wonder if the Rhyperior is in knockout range now, is in KO range. I think it is. I think it is. You see the Milotic sent out again. We're still in trick from those, so Rhyperior. I think potentially going to go for a Rock Slide, trying to get the flinches on either Pokemon. I think that a flinch on either of them would be good. Oh, he uses Bulldoze. Wow. To get the weakness policy off on Rhyperior. Wow, okay. That was a tactic that a few years back when Sun and Moon came out, that was a really popular tactic with Mimikyu, where because Mimikyu gets the disguise, so you get you'd hit Mimikyu with a super effective move from its teammate, and you get the weakness policy boosts, but also you'd get the like no damage taken because of the decoy ability. Okay, wow, the Bulldoze. Wow, okay, really powerful combo there. Really powerful combo there. Rock Slide gonna do decent damage. Knocks out the Milotic. I'm guessing the Milotic was specially defensive in that case, because if it was physically defensive, that would never have knocked it out. Wow, that's really huge. Does it get the KO? It does get the KO over. Oh my goodness. Wow. Didn't get the flinch. Wow. Okay. So let's go back. To where I said that all the momentum was with Wolfe. When I said that he's really up, was with this Reuniclus here. I don't know why he switched out the Reuniclus. This seems really incorrect to me. You know, Reuniclus with full health, you got Trick Room set up, you get guaranteed knockout on the Durant with your Dusclops, you get to land a free powerful move on the Sylveon. I don't think the Sylveon can knock out a Reuniclus, especially how bulky it is. I think the switching out the Reuniclus here is a massive mistake, and this is where I said all the momentum was with Wolfe. All the momentum was with him. He switched out the Reuniclus, and I think that he actually loses the battle because of it. Wow. Okay. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, and we see the double KO from the thing. I don't think the crit matters on the Dusclops here. Wow, yeah, and I think that Andrew Ding just wins here. Reuniclus versus Sylveon plus whoever. I don't know if it's a T-Tar or Gothitelle. There's no chance. Either way, I think there's no chance. But Arcanine. So we didn't see Gothitelle or Tyranitar this match from Andrew Ding. Kind of disappointing because I love T-Tar and Gothitelle was really interesting. I want to see what it did. I want to see what it's used for in the meta. I don't really know. So I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to see that. But yeah, this is just GG from here. I don't see any Reuniclus to win. Psychic on the Sylveon. Gonna do roughly half. Yeah, Yawn comes down. That's GG. What was that? Raw? Snarl. Okay. Yeah. Just, play it safe. Snarl was really useful utility move, so I'm guessing this Arcanine again was a defensive set. Wow, really interesting match here actually. Really interesting match. Protect from the Sylveon just to guarantee the victory. That's a bit BM if you ask me, but yeah, no need to really. I mean, I get that you get the guarantee there. Well, no, I guess you could just. I guess he could have got a crit on the Sylveon, so I guess it is not really BM. It is playing it safe, but yeah, and that's gonna be a game, I believe. I didn't actually know the result or anything before watching this match. I just decided to do this match because it was Wolfe Glick. He's my favourite competitive trainer of all time, so yeah, there we go. that is going to be GG. Andrew Ding takes it 2-1. Really interesting game. Some big misplays from both players actually, but on the whole, really well battled. Yeah, like I said, I'm just getting back into this. I'm not, a super expert or anything, but I used to be quite good, back when I played. Getting back into it, hopefully the people that are watching this who don't really know that much about competitive, hopefully you learned a little bit. You can see a little bit of how pro players play, how they think, how they react to certain situations. Don't withdraw the reunion class in that situation. That was a terrible move in my opinion. Really interestingly bad decision from Wolfe Glick. My flatmates are being loud. But yeah, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at some point in the future for something else like this.